Let's see what we got here. Somebody told me that H3 says he can't post for a week on YouTube. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Keemstar, in the ultimate hypocrisy, has cried to YouTube about me making fun of his creepy ass dating a 20-year-old. He called her fresh cheeks. Now we're suspended for a week. This is after he lied and cried about me getting him suspended, which I had nothing to do with. Listen, this is what happens when you have adult man children fighting. I mean, like, I don't like Keemstar. If I had to choose between Ethan and Keemstar, I would always choose Ethan, of course. I think Ethan's like a little rant. I think that Ethan's a little caught up in the, you know, I don't know, just kind of pandering for content a little bit. Maybe, but you guys could disagree. But he's not a bad person. Keemstar, I think, is like a genuinely bad person. Like, disconnecting this dating situation, Keemstar has done a lot of horrible things. I'm going to say it every single time because I feel like they need to be signal boosted. He canceled Carson, a 19-year-old who was talking to a 17-year-old, which is ironic because he's 39 talking to a 20-year-old, right? He did, and you guys keep saying he had nothing to do with Etika's death. Stop. Okay? I'm an adult. Keemstar's an adult. Keemstar, it needs to be held to a higher standard. He suggested to somebody who's very clearly mentally unstable that if life is meaningless, then why doesn't he just jump off a bridge? I watched the video. Okay? There should be a level of at least personal responsibility in realizing that that was grossly inappropriate language to use on somebody. Yes, they already had like pre-existing mental health issues, but it doesn't help when you get frustrated. Because that's what's happening. Keemstar was getting frustrated by what he was being told. Okay? You know, he falsely labeled an old man a predator. He doxed people. He's a rape apologist. He said, why can't people who get sexually assaulted in the mouth just move? And it's like, dude, you're so stupid. I don't know how you're this dumb. And I'm afraid for his daughter. Because, like, for a man to say these things shows incredible weakness and ignorance. And I'm afraid for this person's daughter. Now, as far as dating the 20-year-old, we generally try to separate the person from the fundamental interaction. He seems like an absolute, like, he seems like he likes her a lot. He actually wants to date her, which indicates to me that he's massively immature. Absolutely. Also indicates to me that either that girl's just like trying to, like, going through a phase and trying something out new, or maybe she does have daddy issues. Some people say that. It's possible. But, like, her past experiences with potential drama that caused her to like older men is not her fault, and it's not Keemstar's fault. And in fact, the fun when you say that, like, oh well, she has the daddy issues, so she shouldn't be able to interact with older people. What you're saying is that, like, even though she's like that, she shouldn't be able to be happy. Yeah, maybe the reason that she likes a particular age group of men is because of trauma, but that trauma exists and it always stays with you, and you need to understand that. That being said, Ethan also did try to cancel Keemstar a while back. I remember he made like a whole thing like demanding that Keemstar like lose I believe his platform and monetization, et cetera, et cetera. So like he did actually kind of ask to engage in this ridiculous back and forth. So H3 got 2 strikes on his channel. Let's see what we got from Keemstar.
You know, I should be jumping up and down happy, but I'm just not. I'm not happy, right? Justice has been served. 2 videos of Ethan Klein and Gila Klein in the H3H3 podcast were taken down for violating terms of service of YouTube. Him getting 2 strikes, I don't know. I can only guess, but I'm sure he probably can't upload for a while, can't stream. And quite frankly, he deserves it. It's well overdue. The stuff that is said on that podcast to bully and harass other creators would never fly on anyone else's channel. You know, it's been suspect and alleged that...
I will say that as watching that, it was frustrating because like they were downplaying by calling this like a predatory situation, saying Keemstar was preying on that girl and saying that she was a child, et cetera, et cetera. And the narrative, it seemed to be like, hey, like Keemstar is like a pseudo predator. To me, it was very frustrating based on like my experiences, Mama Gut's experiences, same thing. Because like it is diminishing the true survivors of assault when you label this type of situation assault and you remove all nuance just to go after somebody you don't like. Part of being, I'm going to say a man, but really a good person, a man, a woman, is to like, you need to put your biases aside when it's time for them to be put aside, and you need to act like a responsible adult. And while Keemstar does really honestly deserves to not have a platform, we also need to acknowledge that by trying to like dogpile Keemstar and go after him on this situation does invalidate true survivors. So, like, that needs to be acknowledged that I think it was shitty. Now, do I think he should have got banned for a week? Probably not. But, like, sometimes you need a kick in the ass. When I got banned from TikTok, that kicked me in the ass. And now, like, I think I'm a better content creator because I understand myself. I had time for self-reflection. hopefully Ethan does the same.
Ethan Klein played a big role in getting my video taken down, giving me a warning on my channel, getting Leafy's channel completely deleted. And if you go back and you look at Leafy's content and the reasons in which his channel went down, that is very tame to what happens on the H3H3 podcast.
Did I say
I know
TikTokers?
many will
The YouTubers, sorry.
look at this and see it as Keemstar versus Ethan Klein, and this is just another
Oh, you're just correcting yourself, sorry, in my chat, sorry.
story and the endless fight and the endless saga. It's much bigger than that. All right? That show has been harassing so many fucking creators, so many fucking YouTubers, right? And it would be fine if we had rules where we could talk shit back, bully back, harass back, but we can't. Everyone has to play by the fucking rules, and this guy doesn't have to. You know, I want to be.
I don't know how true all of that is. I mean, my understanding is like Leafy wasn't exactly the cleanest individual. People in my chat are like, yeah, Leafy was a bully. And Keemstar is a bully too. I'm going to say like that Keemstar is certainly more of a bully than H3. Yeah.
Be surprised if
I mean, he bullied the shit out of Carson until the kid almost took his own life.
more fucking videos get taken down from him now that YouTube's actually doing something. I don't know why he was protected before and why this went on as long as it did, but I must say I am, I guess, happy that YouTube's finally doing something. This is well fucking.
Didn't he say in the beginning he wasn't happy about it? I don't understand.
I don't know what more to say. Because I'm not happy. I'm still angry about it that it took this fucking long.
Okay.
But at least something's happening now, and he got 2 strikes. So.
And he somehow knew this information before we did and posted immediately, meaning he 100% was talking with YouTube about it. Imagine being this much of a hypocrite. Okay. Well, I mean, okay. I don't know. I mean, like, listen, when I got banned off TikTok, there was 100 reasons to defend myself. I had 100 different things that were it wasn't my fault, and I should and why it was everybody else's fault. But after some time and some self-reflection, there are things that you can control, right? And so I think that like I probably shouldn't have gotten banned from like a perspective of TikTok. I didn't do anything that violated community guidelines until they changed the guidelines. And then all of a sudden a bunch of my videos got masked. Like they reduced the requirement for how many reports a video gets before it gets pulled. And so I got like 30 videos taken down immediately. And I was complying before the change. However, there were still things that were in my control. Like my content was still shit. Like I was making very race-baited content. I was making very ignorant content. I was being intentionally controversial. So it's like, okay, what can I control? I could be a better content creator moving forward. You know? Even if that's only 5% of it. Doesn't matter. That's something I can control. And so you should probably focus on that part. So, you know, unfortunate, I guess. But there's a nice week off, Ethan. You know, I guess at least you have the money to do it.